that were written in our ancient scriptures, the Vanaras, the monkey humans, the humanoid, the Nagas, human snake, humanoids.
Okay. Nagas, until a sage's wisdom stopped the slaughter. Many Nagas and hybrids fled deep into the earth or distant galaxies, waiting. Now,
Namaste all. Welcome to another podcast with us. This is me, Vishnu, and with me joined the great author, our great guest, Mr. Deepak Buksani, the author of Ravi Khanna, Fire and Light. Okay, so we had another podcast. This is our second one. We had a podcast on Gayatri Mandra, and that was a great episode by Davis Grace. And if you have not watched, please watch that. It is in our page, and also share it to the world to spread the light. Okay.
Yeah,
And
spread the light, correct.
yes. And this is the next episode. On this episode, we'll be discussing about this book, the Ravi Khanna, Fire and Light, and how it is related to the spirituality and all. Okay. So to you, sir, just
Okay,
brief about the book. Yeah.
so let's start with a prayer and then
Okay.
we will start. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurme Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Mahaganapataye Namaha Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Shanti 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 Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Okay, it's great to be here on your channel, the Siddha Path. And the last time we spoke about the Gayatri, and I think it was very well received. And today, I want to talk about a bit of my book that I've written. It's called Ravi Khanna, Fire and Light. So just to give you a brief overview of that book, it's about a young boy, Ravi, who is not a spiritual guy. He's studying in the top school in Gujarat, Vadodara, and he's studying to get into IIT. He's a top soccer player, and his life is going great. But one day he meets a sadhu, and that changes his life, because just by the look of that sadhu creates a shift within. And then he asks himself, certain things happen to him, and then he questions his reality, and he gains some elemental powers as well. And he goes off to Arunachala, and he finds below Arunachala a whole world of humanoids. So this is something that is not foreign to us Sanatanis, because you have races, many different races. Humans are not the only race on earth. And when I say earth doesn't just mean the surface earth. Earth also means the subterranean earth, the subterranean levels under our feet. Because a lot of cultures have spoken about the subterranean people, the people living under the earth. They talk about giants, they talk about serpent beings, they talk about shapeshifters. So it's not only in Sanatan, that you find this. You find it in many, many different cultures, which we will talk about later. So he goes to Arunachala and finds that there is all those races that were written in our ancient scriptures, the Vanaras, the monkey humans, the humanoid, the Nagas, human snake, humanoids,
Okay. Right.
the rickshaws, the bear and human, they are all there. They are all under the earth. So, and then he goes and he joins them, and then he finds out that they are the ones that have been protecting the earth. These shapeshifters are the one have been protecting the earth after Krishna left his body. Of course, it's fictional, it's a story, but the spiritual experiences are real. And and his group, the White Brotherhood, the Brotherhood of the Light, they go to Nagaloka to kill this menace, the Naga king, Kalyan, who is trying to uh, rule not only Nagaloka but trying to ruin humankind. So this is the whole idea of the book, and the subject of Nagaloka is very intriguing for me.
Yes.
It has been a very intriguing subject for me to know that we are not alone. Because who are the Nagas, right? That's the question. Who are the
Yes.
Nagas?
Yes.
And Nagas and Sarpas, Naga is the meaning of Naga is serpent, right? Serpent. And Naga and Sarpa, I will use it interchangeably. So Naga and Sarpa is the same thing. The snakes that we see right now, those cobras and those, rattlesnakes and all that, those are the descendants of those once great Nagas, you
Right.
know. And if you look at the earliest mention of Nagas, we see it in in our scriptures. Okay, if you look at the churning of the ocean, Vasuki,
Yes.
Vasuki was being used to churn the ocean. So the Nagas basically come from sage Kashyapa and his wife Kadru. So they are that ancient, right? So Kashyapa was a mind-born son of Brahma, and he and his wife had uh, these children who are Nagas. So the earliest mentions you have Patanjali. Patanjali,
Yes.
who gave us the Yoga Sutras, he was half snake. He was supposedly a
Oh.
Naga. I don't know whether he was. Yeah, he was a Naga, and he was the one who built. He was one of the people to build Chidambaram. The
Oh.
Chidambaram
Great.
temple is his gift.
Oh.
Not only the Yoga Sutras. The Yoga Sutras are one great gift to humanity, but the temple, the physical structure that he has built, he and other two rishis, they also were not human, fully human.
Great.
And so Patanjali, we have to thank the codifier of the. He is the codifier of all the Vedas and all that. Uh, you know, so when you look at Krishna, you look at the when his Leela, where he's in Yamuna, where all the cows go there and drink the water and it's poisoned by Kalia. That's where I got the inspiration, Kalyan,
Kalia.
from
Yeah.
Kalia. Yeah, from Kalia the snake. And he has 1,000 hooded snakes. And he was living there with his wife, with his wives, many wives.
Interesting.
So Krishna goes there and then he jumps. I mean, he's poisoning because Kalia, not Kalia, the snake. I'm talking about Kalia, the snake. Uh, 5,000 years ago when Krishna was there. So he tells Kalia that you better stop this, if not I will destroy you. And he jumps on the snake head on his hood and he starts jumping and Kalia can't take it and he says, sorry, I will leave this place. And he leaves this place and he leaves that place. He ends up in Naga coil. So today, Kalia is worshipped in Nagarcoil, south.
Oh, right.
So the Nagarcoil temple is his temple. Kalia, the snakes, the thousand-hooded snakes temple. So that's a physical proof of that event that happened. So the temple is dedicated to him. And if you read the Sthala Puranas, the history of the temple, this is what it will tell you. And Krishna, back to Krishna, he says in the Gita that of the Nagas, among Nagas, I am Ananta. I am Ananta. Ananta and Adishesha are the same. I mean, to me at least. Ananta Shesha and Adishesha are the same. But if you look at the gods, Vishnu sleeps on the Naga. He sleeps on Adishesha, also known as Ananta Naga. When everything is destroyed in this world, when everything is gone, there is a remainder.
Correct, correct.
That remainder is Ananta Shesha.
Right.
So when everything is gone, but the Nagas are still there. The Naga is still remain. He is the one without the support. The Naga is the one that is without the support. He is supporting everything. That's why when you see from the hills of Tirupati,
Yes, yes.
it's called the Eastern Ghats that come all the way from Tirupati down to Ahobilam.
Yes.
That is Shesha himself.
Oh,
That whole stretch is for his Lord to come and reincarnate. The hills of Tirupati, Tirumala,
yes.
all the way down the Eastern Ghat. That is manifestation of Adishesha. Adishesha is the one who did so much of meditation, he did so much of penance. And Brahma told him to go and support the earth, to go down and support the earth. So he is the one who is supporting the earth on his hoods. That is why we should never kill snakes. That is why we should always respect the Nagas, because the Nagas are the one that have taught humanity a lot of things: building, architecture, medicine. So um, we owe our knowledge of almost everything to them. And this is not only Indian culture, I'm saying. If you look at the Mayan culture, they also talk about Quetzalcoatl or Kukulkan. It's called Kukulkan, right? Or Quetzalcoatl as well. The flying serpent who came to South America and taught them building, right? Sacred geometry, building, medicine. He is the father of their civilization,
Super.
So yeah, it's not that us the from the rope from Mount Mandara, the churning of that's called the Samudra Manthan, right? The Samudra Manthan. That's one of the earliest recordings that we have, right? Samudra Manthan. And we also have in the Bhagavad Purana or in the Mahabharata as well, Takshaka. So Parikshith was the guy who in the Bhagavad Purana who got bitten by the snake called Takshaka. So his story was that, and he was hunting, and he was very thirsty. And one day as he walked around in the jungles to find water, he came across the hermitage of Shamika, okay, sage Shamika. So he asked sage Shamika, for some water, but the sage did not respond, you know, and he thought that he was trying to be funny and not responding, and purposely didn't want to respond. So he took a date snake that was lying there and he put it around his neck, you know, mocking him lah, and then he went away. So his son, right, Sage Samika's son, his name was Shringi, heard this incident and became furious and cursed Parikshith to die from a snake bite. So when Parikshith found out about this, that he was going to have 7 days left, that is where he started reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? The Srimad Bhagavatam for 7 days, and then the final day, the Takshaka comes from inside the apple and bites Parikshit. So Parikshit's son was Janamajaya. So when Janamajaya grew big, because that time he was small, when he grew big, he found out about these Nagas who killed his father. He did a Sarpa Yaga. He did a sacrifice, snake sacrifice. And a lot of snakes were attracted to that sacrifice into the fire, and a lot of them died. But it was sage Astika who stopped it. He said it would disrupt the ecological balance and all that, and they have been there for so long, they have helped humanity. So for that reason, you have taken your revenge on a lot of them, now stop. So that is where it stops. And that is where my story, the book story starts. I take inspiration from that story, where after that, the Nagas, not only the Nagas, but the other Vanaras and other beings on earth, that is when they left the earth plane and they went down to the subterranean earth and or to different planets. So that is the main premise of Ravi Khanna, Fire and Light. Yeah.
Exciting that.
Yeah. So you get to see in the book, you get to read that book about other cultures and about their brotherhood and how they have helped. So I go back in history also, and they were there during World War II. So they were there during Gandhi. Of course, it's fictional from my point of view, but it's very interesting because there's a lot of spiritual experiences that I had, which I've written inside, which Ravi Khanna has. Of course, I'm not Ravi Khanna, but his spiritual experiences, a lot of it were my experiences, which I want to share with the world. And I
Wow.
really feel that that Indian teenagers, especially the young adults, teenagers, they need to see something more than Marvel. Of course, we have our heroes, Narasimha, we have Rama, we have Krishna, but those are not modern. Those are ancient. So I want something modern for our Sanatanis, a hero that they can look up to, who is like them only, you know. But he is on the spiritual path as well. Yeah.
They are real actually.
So, yeah,
When
yeah,
compared to the
yeah,
this, yeah, Marvel and all.
correct, correct. Marvel and all that is all actually taken from us only. A lot, of course, a lot
Exactly.
of them are, yeah. So even like Thor is a god of the Nordic mythology and all that, and what you call it, uh, there's nothing spiritual about Marvel, right? And they are
True,
heroes.
true.
But Ravi Khanna is different. He is the first yogi, young teenage yogi warrior of India, the first yogi warrior of India. And his journey, it goes, and his journey is great. And this is just part one. There's part two and part three, if there is demand for it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like people to view. I mean, get the book. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Notion Press. You can get it on Kobo as well, or Barnes and Noble. Yeah, yeah.
So if anybody is interested, we can give the link for them to buy the book. Also,
Can
we can
can I'll
mention in
send.
the I will mention it in the description box also. Okay,
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
book link.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a great book, and everyone should read it. That's it.
I hope you're liking it.
Yes, I like it. It's very interesting.
Yeah. So left, but the cultural impact of Nagas are huge, and they have left their signs, their footprints everywhere. You go and see in the south of India. You look at Kerala, for example.
Yes.
Almost almost all the houses under the tree, they have a naga there. They put a naga down there.
There will be a banyan tree, and there will be we devote. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, correct.
everywhere there
You
is.
know,
Yeah,
everywhere, in everything, in every civilization, from Mesoamerican to Khmer. Let's come down to Southeast Asia then. Look at what are the legends of Cambodia, the Khmer people. So the Cambodians, the Laos, the Thai actually are essentially same people, but they spread around. Like how the Japanese and the Chinese and South Korean are all similar DNA, right? It's the same.
great.
They claim, you ask any of them, they will tell you that their origin story is that a Naga princess married an Indian Brahmin prince. A Naga Kanya married a Hindu Brahmin prince. That is their uh, history that they will tell you always.
Interesting.
That is what, yeah, that is their origin story from where they come from. So if you look at their temple, it's all about serpents. It's all about nagas, and of course Shiva, Vishnu is all there. Because you have to ask yourself why our gods are holding on to snakes. Why is Vishnu sleeping on a snake? Why is Shiva wearing a snake on himself? Why Ganesha has a belt, wearing a belt of a snake? What's that? What's going on? So these these signs point to a great uh, a great race that actually came down to help humanity to grow. Of course, there are good nagas, there are bad nagas also. I'm not saying, yeah, there are bad nagas who want to destroy humanity also. You know, so so back to the Khmer legend, right? The Cambodian legend. The Indian prince was named Kaundinya. In the Chinese records, he's known as Hun and he sailed to Mekong region. And he encountered the Naga princess known as Soma. Okay, they married, and the princess' father, the Naga king, drank up the flood waters to reveal the land. And that union created the first Khmer kingdom. Okay, that is their first. So all Khmer people are said to descend from this divine serpent human union. So they are these Naga, and so if you go down from Cambodia to Thailand, every year Thailand has their water festival at Mekong River.
Yeah, heard
And
about it.
from the
Yeah,
you heard about it, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
from the Mekong River, every year thousands and thousands of people will go there just to see the Naga fireball.
Super.
So the Naga fireball that comes out from the sea, nobody knows how it is formed. They have a lot of things. Oh, there's some layer of explosives. It cannot be because it's a river, it's a flowing river. So they give you all kind of scientific, those science guys. They give all this bullshit, but it doesn't work because it's flowing river. How does a fireball come out from the river like that?
Exactly.
It has to be burnt out, right? So uh, so they have believed from day one is their Naga ancestors who are giving them proof that they are there. Yeah. So it's not only about and it's not only restricted to that. Also, there are so many places. If you look at Australia, they talk about the serpent. There's a mountain, the Serpent Mountain. The Aboriginals talk about the rainbow serpent. It's called the rainbow serpent. And um, and uh, it goes back a very, very long time. In Africa, they talk about the
Chitori
Chitori,
means
you know. shape-shifting reptilian,
Oh,
human, snake.
great.
Yeah. So yeah, in Hindi, in India also, there's many movies made of Nagin, the Naginis,
Yes.
the Nagin movie, the Sri Devi one, shapeshifters. Shapeshifters are in a lot of cultures. Even the Hopi, the Red Indian, the US, uh, the in the Hopi culture and all that. Shapeshifters are there. They know that they are Red Indian chiefs that have been known to be able to turn into animals at night.
Great. So
They
these are
can just
all real, right?
yeah.
I've seen in movies. Yeah.
Movies is movies, but
Great.
if you talk to the American natives, the Native Americans, they will tell you this.
Great.
They can transform themselves. There are certain places that they cannot go inside. There are certain caves they cannot go inside because they have been banned. If you go to this Patal Bhuvaneshwar, right? You can
Yes.
see that. Patal Bhuvaneshwar, you can see the whole cave. My mother has gone there. I've not gone there. But I've got a video. And I made a video, not a video, I made a YouTube video on the pictures of her pictures and all that. Maybe I'll send it to you and you
Sure.
can share it for the people to see it.
Yeah.
But you can even Google it, right? Patal Bhuvaneshwar, and you can go and people have gone there and they have lighted up that place. And you can see there's some areas, huge surface, but it's the rock surface, but it looks like a fossilized naga, a huge serpent, huge naga, fossilized on the wall. It looks like
Inside the
fossilized.
cave,
I don't
right?
it
Great.
deep down inside. So the question about nagas being uh, being our benefactors have been long recorded in history, and the respect that we are not giving them that respect because we are not respecting our nature.
True that.
So the nature must be respected. Even the earliest in the Vedas, if you just talk about the Vedas, in the Vedas, you don't hear anything about the Nagas. But there is a prayer to the Sarpas, to the serpents, that to please don't harm us. There is a, there is a, there is that one hymn, so that the serpents may not bite us and we can do our work. Because those days there used to be a lot of snake bites, death due to snake bites. Yeah.
Great.
So that's what it is, and it's been everywhere. Naga Panchami, right?
Yes,
Naga Panchami that we
definitely.
have, yeah, Naga Panchami is there. But India has been the main proponent. I mean, the main preserver of this Naga, you know, Naga worship, right? If you look at Buddha, uh, the serpent will come and
Yes.
you know protect him when it's raining, when he's meditating. Um, I in
Okay.
if you look in Ayurveda, uh, the Nagas are gifting the sarpagandha for fevers and all that. And if you look at the modern medical logo, you will see a staff,
Right.
and then you will see the snake, the winged snake,
Yes, yes.
two
Noted
snakes,
that.
right? Why? Because Nagas have been there because they are the ones who have contributed to medicine.
Oh, interesting.
I feel, and the best part of it all, our brain, inside our brain, there is a part called the R complex, the reptilian complex. Why? Right? The reptilian complex, R complex,
Oh,
the fight or flight part of the brain is reptilian. So having reptilian races on Earth shouldn't be surprising. It shouldn't be like, so surprising because you can't expect to be the only race in this on Earth. Come on, man.
True.
And imagine the great rishis or the great people that have walked the Earth. I'm sure they must have done some genetic experiments. And genetic experiments have been going on for years. And even now, we are trying to edit the genes, right? You're trying to create a human from a cell and all that. You can try to create food from a cell. You're trying to edit, like China is trying to edit genes. It's like and China especially now, of course, it's not well known, but they are trying to make like human animal hybrids and all that. But that's all underground because that goes against the, you know, human. You know what do you call it? It's inhuman to do that actually, right? It's inhuman to do all these genetic experiments on poor souls, right? So, and there's no law that governs this. There's no law that governs this, right? Yeah. So, is it crime against humanity or crime against humanoids? There's no law for that. So, it's something to think about. Yeah, but genetic, what you call it, experimentation have been going on. If you look at the Mahabharata, how you know one of the one of Pandu's wife, was it? No, Dhritarashtra's wife, right? 100 sons, the Kauravas.
Yes.
The Kauravas had 100 sons, right? He puts it. One of the rishis, he puts it on the earth. He makes holes and all that, and he does it. I don't know how he does it, but 100 sons. So that's some form of, right. Some form of experimentation of creating humans, right? So, and then you see like the Vanaras, right? Where do they come from? They are not monkeys. They are Vanara.
Vanaras.
They are a race. They are a race of being, but they are similar to monkeys. They are not monkey, but they are similar, right?
Yes.
So these are the things that have been in our history that the people have not been looking into, which I think people should look into, right? Because it's there. It's hidden in plain sight. It's in front of you everywhere you go. It's there. You see in logos. You see it in the medical logo. You see it in temples. You see it everywhere. Even this guy, what you call it, David Icke, right?
Okay.
He is the one who made it very very popular. He was the one who says that reptilians are hidden shape shifting race that live among humans and influence. He goes as far as to say that there are bloodlines on this earth that are actually nagas, right? And they control the world through
I think.
those 13 bloodlines. So he says that they are from the Draco constellation, and have been on Earth for 1,000 years, and they have infiltrated positions of political, financial, and cultural influence, and manipulating humanity through governments, banking, media, and secret societies. And he says that they can appear human, they can shape shift human to reptilian, and you can
Wow.
see it in their eyes. In fact, yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially if they are under stress and all that, they can't hold that form for long. So that's what he says lah. So he says that the British royal family are a part of this lineage of nagas, of reptilians, and there are many others, even Hollywood stars as well, uh, who are part of this. Yeah.
But I think this more informations are not available publicly, right? Most of the
you ha-
informations.
you have to dig it lah.
Yes.
You have to read. You have to read. You have to read the Mahabharata. Like when you read the Mahabharata, there's one story of Bhima. He got poisoned by the Kauravas, right?
Yeah.
His cousins, and then they poisoned him, and then they threw him into the sea. And the Nagas were the one who saved his life and gave him that ambrosia, and that's where he got the strength of 10,000 elephants.
Right.
So they are always under something, under the sea or under the earth or under some. They're always under something. They are hidden. They are occult. Yeah.
So,
A lot of people have nagas as their guides, as their spirit guides, and there are people who can speak to snakes. They can communicate with snakes, and snakes like that meditative. Snakes like that meditative areas. So when a person has meditated a lot that at that place, snakes like to go there because there's a similar vibration is there. Yeah,
wow.
yeah. My
So,
guru Sri M had a very special encounter with the Nagas,
wow.
and that happened in the Himalayas because my guru was staying with his Guruji, his guru
Okay.
Maheshwaranath Babaji in a cave
Okay.
in Himalayas. So one day he was sitting and from outside he saw something very, very bright, like a sun, coming inside. And it came inside and it just like opened like that. The bright sun just opened like that, and out came a naga, standing, a tall, big, huge with head, that snake. And so my guru was young that time. He was about 19 years old, and he was so scared. He was so scared. He couldn't do anything. And then the naga came to speak to his guru for some advice on something. He was quite a high-ranking naga back in his planet, and they spoke. And then his guru told him to bow down. So he bowed down to to the snaka, to the naga, and naga blessed him. I don't know which way how he blessed him, but blessed him, and he the thing closed, and he went back into that light, and then it closed, and then that sun kind of ball, the shining ball, and then he just went out.
Okay.
And they say that even Shirdi Baba, when the 3 days when Shirdi Baba was unconscious, there was a time where he was unconscious for 3 days. He actually went to Nagaloka to resolve some issues that they couldn't solve. So that's what they are saying. I don't know how far it's true, but that's what they are saying.
He went and
Yeah,
came back.
he went and came back.
Great.
Yeah. So I think worshipping Nagas is should be there, because the most important thing, don't forget, when in any yoga, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the Kundalini to go up. The Kundalini
True.
itself is a Naga. She is known
Right.
as the Bhujangi. She is known as Bhujangi. The Bhujangi is snake one. Huh? Shanta Kara Bhujanga Shayana. Right? Vishnu.
Yes.
So the Bhujangi is the is that sleeping energy that is, you know, in
So,
your what you call Muladhara. I mean, near your Muladhara, near your hip. Yeah. The
so it's
coccyx.
already there within
Yeah.
us, right? The
It's already
Sarpa.
there. It's already there. In fact, all the gods are within you. Look at Ganesha. Ganesha is within you. You look at your hip, you look at
Yes.
your tailbone.
Yes.
There's his
Yes.
trunk. There's his trunks. And he protects the Kundalini, the Devi. Huh? Shiva. Who's Shiva? Shiva is this. The head, the brain. Shiva is here. Nandi is behind. The cerebellum and that's why it's called the cerebrum. The cerebrum and the cerebellum, right? There's the bull.
Yes.
That's below. And on top is Shiva. So once Bhujangi Devi goes up and hits all your chakras, and your final chakra, she So
Oh,
yeah, I mean that's our history, that's our culture, that's our we should be in tune, and we should and it's important for us to worship our gurus, to respect our gurus, and honor our gurus as well. So Ravi Khanna is very, he honors. Of course, there are times where he doubts his guru.
yes,
There are times where he doubts his
yes.
guru, but every time he doubts his guru, he has been proven wrong. So that is a lesson that we can learn from that as well. There is a
Yes,
lesson. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think Ravi represents almost all the people who always doubts in everything, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Correct, correct, correct. There is, of course, he shouldn't be doubting because he has had great experiences. But even with the great experiences, still he doubts. Like
That's
Arjuna,
what. Yeah,
right? And Krishna, right? Yeah. So
that,
that's something where we are human. That is the human side of
true,
us.
true, true.
You
That
know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's very beautiful the way that of course I shouldn't be talking like that about my book, but I just feel that because this story was not planned by me. I never had this story, so I believe that is my guru who has planted this in me.
true.
That's why it suddenly appeared. It just downloaded in my head, and within 3 months I fleshed out the story. The story was fleshed out in 3 months. Some days I wrote one line a day only. Some days I only could write one line, but some days I finished one chapter, one full chapter I could finish. So I think it's something where I hope that it's shared with the world, and especially the younger generation, because um, and then we go into the Vanaras and how the Vanaras uh, how they were great engineers, Nila and Nala,
Yes,
right? The Nila and
yes, yes,
Nala,
yes.
they were engineers. So I'm saying that this is my thought, is that which I put in the book, which is that Nala and Nila, after they left all the tech for their ancestors, for sorry, their descendants. Because don't forget, they when Rama came back, Rama got the Pushpak Vimana from
Yes,
Kubera.
true that.
From Kubera. So the
Oh,
Pushpak Vimana was the greatest tech at that time. So the Vanaras worked on it. Nila and Nala and their descendants worked up on it. And the UFOs that you see today are actually nothing but subterranean vehicles that are from inner Earth.
right.
Mind-boggling at times it could be, yeah,
Yes,
but yeah, yeah, yeah. What if? No, the question is, why do UFOs have to be from outside the Earth? Why can't it be from inside the Earth? You know what I mean?
that's a possibility.
People
Yeah.
think that yeah, no, people think it's just a molten core. People think the Earth inside is just a molten core. But what if I tell you that if it's hollow? What if the Earth was hollow?
It
What if
can be.
what if there were
Yeah,
cities? What if there were cities inside? I mean, there are descriptions of Nagaloka in our scriptures. How beautiful Nagaloka is. It's amazing. You go there and you forget everything. You don't want to come back. If you ever get a chance to go there, if you are invited there, it's it's heaven. People live a long time there in those lokas, and they're enjoying. There's Rasatala. Okay, there's Patala, where all the lokas are Patala, Talatala, Rasatala. So many, you know, uh, regions of the earth.
beyond our
So
this like
beyond our, yeah,
thinking.
it's mind-boggling. Yeah, yeah. So research on the hollow earth theory
Sure.
is quite fascinating. This research on the hollow earth theory, because there are entrances. Because if you go today, like I was mentioning about what you call it, of Patal Bhuvaneshwar, the priest will show you there's one door. and you should not open that door because that door leads to Nagaloka. Even in
Okay.
Banaras, in the well, especially the wells, especially the ancient wells, these wells were portals to the Nagaloka.
Right.
Because nagas are actually, they help with the water, with draining the oceans. They help to drain the oceans. So they are, a lot of them live in the waters, inside the earth, in the waters. Yeah, yeah. So in China they call it dragons, but they are reptilian scaled, but they call it dragons. In Japan, dragons. But yeah, it's the same thing that's been rehashed in different forms. Yeah. So it's very fascinating when you read our ancient scriptures, our history in the Mahabharata, how many times they appear, in the Mahabharata, in stories, uh, uh, and and not only in the Mahabharata, but even in the Ramayana. Ramayana, not so much of Nagas are there, but I don't think there much Nagas are there. But especially the Mahabharata, that's where you can really see the type. So I think that time were the real, just before just before Parikshith's death was that grand time for the Nagas who were on Earth and who were helping other cultures as well. So after that, as we came into Kali Yuga, I think all of them left because Kali Yuga people are more dense, you know more dense, and they are not that bright. They can't understand. That is where all the stories have come out from. That is why the stories became popular, because people wanted to teach, humans with lower consciousness. They wanted to teach them through stories. If not, before that, in the Treta Yuga and all that, people are all advanced, right? Their brain is advanced, the consciousness is advanced. You don't need, even like for the Satya Yuga, you don't even need to speak to one another. You already know what the person is thinking. Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
now everything is brainwashed. So our consciousness
Oh
is not
yes,
working
everything is
properly. That's
brainwashed.
what.
Correct, 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 correct. But we are moving. We are moving. Our We have now come out from the Kali Yuga already. People will tell you, oh, we are in Kali Yuga. That's not true. In Kali Yuga, you won't have tech like this, what you have. You won't have computers. You can't fly in Kali Yuga. It's very dense. It's very restrictive. It's very, it's a very, it's not a place that you want to be. It's not a time that you want to be. A lot of wars, a lot of superstitions, a lot of fake religions. So the actual Kali Yuga, we left already. We left.
Yes.
And now we are actually in the ascending Dwapar Yuga. We are in the Dwapar Yuga. That is according to Yogananda's guru, Sri Yukteswar, right? According to Sri Yukteswar, we are in the Dwapar Yuga, and our destiny is to evolve into higher beings, into more conscious beings. So we are becoming conscious right now of who we really are. So with that, I would like to end this wonderful satsang. I'm not a guru, so I'm not here to give gyan. I'm just here to share what I know. And please, check out my book. And I hope to, have the satsang again and share more stuff.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.